Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another casted game of 3DB. And we're here in the Elite Classic. This is the big round robin stage of this tournament, so plenty of high-level games going on at the moment. And today we've got 3DB spawning in here on the right-hand side of the map, in the color orange, playing as the Abbasid Dynasty. His opponent spawning in on the left-hand side of the map, in the color yellow. It's Iron Magic, playing as the Holy Roman Empire. A matchup that we've been seeing quite a bit recently. Holy Roman Empire versus the Abbasid Dynasty seems to be a really common matchup in this tournament. Maybe it's just the way Civ drafts work. Maybe it's got something to do with the map. Because we're here on the map Lipany. But this is no ordinary Lipany. This is EGC Lipany. And the big difference with EGC Lipany is that the spawns are very consistent. We have these two sort of hills in the middle here around this sacred site, and then we usually have some other little ones around the edges of the map as well. Which just makes things a little bit more consistent because we're so used to the regular old Lipany with some massive hill just plonked in the middle of nowhere, and it helps no one. It helps absolutely no one. So I love the fact that EGC have this map. I think it's really nice. It just brings a little bit more consistency to things, but Magic, he's going to be here. Let's have a look, see where he's got a good Ark and Chapel position. I mean, probably up here. You probably want to put it here. You could probably even delete the mining camp. Oh, but you built the house here. I mean, here would be a great spot. You got the wood line, you got the gold. You can always push in the deer as well. So we'll have to see what he does there. B, on the other hand, playing as the Abbasid Dynasty here, has moved out to the berries here, which isn't something we see every time with the Abbasid. It's something we used to see a lot at launch, and that's because, well, when you see Abbasid Dynasty, they've got a berry bonus. Oh, well, it's a no-brainer. You go out here for the berries, right? But players sort of have been leaning away from that and just looking to use their sheep in the early stages of the game, just because you save on the 50 wood building the mill. But B, you know, he's out here on the berries, so clearly he still thinks this works, so he's going to be going for that approach. B now going to be aging up with the economic wing. Sometimes we've been seeing the military wing here up against the Holy Roman Empire. But, you know, he's going to be going for the greedier approach here with the economic wing. Magic, on the other hand, he's going to be aging up here. What is this position? Okay, this is not where I expected it to go. I guess you've got the berries and the wood line, but apart from that, I don't really see what this exactly does. A little bit of a curious position, I'll be honest. The only thing you pretty much get is the wood line and the berries, which, I mean, the berries for the Holy Roman Empire is nothing special, right? So, curious position. We'll have to see what he looks to do with this. So he's still got a villager there out on the gold. Now going to be looking to chop a little bit of wood. So he uses the Ark and Chapel here as his lumber camp. So doesn't have to build one of those. But again, he could have done this side. And you know, you're playing as the Holy Roman Empire up against the Abbasid here. You know, it's not exactly the French or the Rus where they've got knights out on the field. You're up against a civilization which is most likely going to be booming. So you don't really have to worry about defending this position as much. But, you know, that's what Magic, that's what he's going to be going with here. B, on the other hand, we can see going for the very economic approach here with the economic wing, as well as now moving out onto the stone for that second TC. Age up comes through. Fertile Crescent is on the way now. B going to be moving out for, doesn't look like more berries, just going to be some wood. Have to see where he can place his second TC. I mean, he may look to just place them here on the deer pack, so we'll have to see if he goes for 2 or 3. Usually with the economic wing with Fertile Crescent, it is usually 3 TC, and that's just because you want to make the most out of your age up, right? But maybe B looks to play it a little bit differently. Maybe we even see him go 4 TC. Who knows? You know, it's definitely a possibility here. It really comes down to what Magic's looking to do. Is he's going to be moving out for a second TC as well. So maybe B does think about, you know, 3 TCs. Definitely a high possibility for him with Magic going 2. In saying that, though, we've got men-at-arms coming out here from Magic. Barracks has been dropped down around this gold mine. And the first man-at-arm is on the way, trying to stop the second TC coming up here from B. But we see the TC already under construction here. I don't think the man-at-arm's going to arrive here in time to be able to do any damage. Men-at-arms are a very slow unit, especially as they don't have marching drills in yet. And we can see here the TC has almost been constructed. Magic is going to be pushing away some of the deer here. Well, he's trying to, at least. It's going to be hard for him. Little passageway, possibly. No, going to be going around the hill here. And we see the TC about to get up. Magic he's done an alright job here pushing these deer away. It's nothing major for B, so he's not feeling too upset about that. And we see there, Magic, he's not going to be committing underneath that TC, as if he did, he would definitely be losing that man-at-arm. But Magic, we see, he's got 2 out on the field. He's got enough stone almost for that second TC. He's got enough wood to do so. Going to be moving forward. He's going to be going for his second TC on the deer pack here. So kind of mirroring what B's doing at the moment. B isn't going for a third TC though. That is kind of interesting. No third TC. Not really what I was expecting, to be honest. We see here, Magic is going to be guarding the berry bushes. So B's got to be feeling pretty happy about that one, you know, using up the berries before using up the sheep. Because now he has a safe resource to go and fall back on any, as he's got, you know, no production out yet. So he's got to be feeling pretty happy about that one. But we do see Magic. He's now dropping down an archery range. What? Okay. For some reason, we see this a lot out of the Holy Roman Empire now, especially in the last week. I've been casting over at EGCTV's B stream, and we've been seeing archery ranges coming down in H2 for the Holy Roman Empire, like most games. It's ridiculous. It doesn't, I guess it does make sense, but it's not something we're used to seeing. It's just really peculiar, and we see Magic. He's going to be going for it now. I assume that's going to be to counteract any camel archers coming up from B here. As we do see archery range is down. I'm sure it is going to be camel archers. As camel archers, they are one of the best I'll say it. The best counter to men-at-arms in H2. Actually, you got the French Knight. Okay, I'll put it in my top 3. Top 2. I'll put it in my top 2. It's a good unit to counter men-at-arms. I'll say that much. And we see here, B, he's going to get pushed off this gold. The men-at-arm is here. We see it doesn't do too much damage, but it's enough damage to be able to push back the... well, in fact, Magic's going to get pushed back there. But this is great value for him. The amount of idle time that B's having put onto him right now, it's worth it for Magic. And we see that first camel archer is going to be coming through, so that will be enough to push back Magic. But we see Magic. He's got an archer somewhere on the map. I'm not exactly sure where. Oh, there he is. The single archer. It's not going to be enough to stop the single camel archer, despite the archer does counter this unit. You're going to need, like, probably 3 to counter this. But we can see here, camel archer does some great damage onto that men-at-arm. And that will be going down. So, nice value there for B. Obviously, quite a bit of damage onto him, but it's not the end of the world. Scout going to be going down from Magic there. The faster movement speed of the horseman does result in that scout going down. Unfortunate there for Magic. Going to be a little bit blind now. Doesn't have a scout out on the map. Maybe he looks to just train a scout from his TC, possibly. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit risky just building a whole stable. Well, it's not risky, but it's an overinvestment, right? And we see here the archer. Unfortunately, not going to be enough here to take out a full camel archer. But have a look at Magic's micro. Oh, he's going to be wait, is it going to be a Reglance? Or is it going to be... I feel like he could Burgrave here. It is. Oh, yes. Have a look at this. It's a Burgrave. Oh, this could be huge for Magic. And he's going to be dropping down another archery range with this. This could be huge for him. You know, get out. You don't need too many archers. You can get maybe 6, 8, 10. I feel like you probably stop at 10 archers. And then you just mass up men-at-arms. And you just use the archers to try and counteract the camel archers. And you just sort of try and get off as many villager kills as you can with the men-at-arms. So we have to see how that does for him. We see he's got a pretty decent economy. Is on 2 TC, so is matching a B. Is a few villagers behind, but it's not, you know, it's nothing major. But B's also going to be aging up with the military wing. But obviously, playing as the Abbasid, you can't rush up the landmark. So, you know, that's a minute and a half still away. Whereas Magic, You know, he's a matter of seconds away from aging. He's going to be trying to go in for a little bit of a raid here. No textiles in for Magic. B may be able to pick off a Vil here. He does indeed pick off one, and just going to be retreating back. Doesn't want to overextend here as he almost loses out on his scout. And there we go. Age up comes through for Magic. Upgrade is not in the queue yet. He's got Men-at-Arms rallied towards the base. Marching Jaws is coming in though for Magic. Oh, this is about to get crazy. If you are enjoying these casted games, then maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already. I mean, there are plenty more games on the way like this, because this one's pretty crazy. I mean, it's not very often we see Burgrave this day and age. So, you know, subscribe. It means a lot. So, thank you to everyone that has. But back to the game now. We see Magic. He's going to be rallying these Men-at-Arms across to B's base. Going to be probably focusing on the second TC here first. But he's got quite a lot of economy out here. No textiles in for him. He's going to be having to retreat back with the Camel Archers. Doesn't have much in the base here. Magic, he's lacking his blacksmith upgrades at the moment, though. We see he doesn't have his Iron Undermesh in, which means he's going to be taking still a lot of damage from Camel Archers. We see that they're able to do a lot of damage, 12 damage on each of these Camel Archers as well. And you got to remember, these are only feudal age. But he's about to have his age up through. Veterancy Camel Archers will be on the way, and I'm sure we'll have, like, you know, Steeled Arrow through as well. But Magic, we see he's massing up the Archers. Archer's going to be a great counter hit to the Camel Archers, so Magic's looking in a really good position for the time being. We see the one Men-at-Arm, or two Men-at-Arms, sorry, are going to be able to push away 15 Vils into the TZ here. Huge value for Magic. I mean, it's so much idle time. It's so much idle time. Two Camel Riders are there to save the day, though. And B, looks like he's going to be moving out here with a few workers. Relic's also starting to get picked up now for Magic. We see that's the first one coming in. He should be able to secure up quite a few relics here on the map. I mean, they're definitely not Regnant's relics, but every relic is still 80 gold a minute, which he will be more than happy to take, especially as they're both on an equal villager count at the moment. And you got to remember, the Holy Roman Empire also have the Archon Chapel behind this. So, you know, Magic's economy is looking really strong right now. His mass looking pretty strong. He's up in army value. And he's got all of the crucial upgrades such as, what's it called? Heavy maces. So he's going to be able to counter these lancers really, really easily. And now finally that Iron Undermesh is coming in here. This is a super important upgrade here. You know, to be able to dive the TC hill of B, you need this upgrade. So, you know, maybe some players would think this is coming in a little bit late. Because you really want to get that in fast, because, you know, you're missing out on valuable time right now where you could be idling a lot of B's economy. It's buying time for B, right? Because he's playing as the Abbasid dynasty. He got through his age up a lot later than the Holy Roman Empire. And as a result of that, you know, we got veterancy upgrades in on... actually, we don't have veterancy upgrades in, but we got lots of Castle Age units here, such as the Lancer, Camel Rider, Crossbows. And as a result of this, it looks like B may be able to clean this one up. Despite having heavy maces versus lancers, the mass here for B is just way, way bigger. And we see the archers just get focused out there. And now B's just going to focus it down with the crossbows. So a great fight for him there. B, what is this? What is this? Did he forget he was playing a Muslim Civ? Oh no, B! What? This feels bad. This feels bad. He must have moved out here for the boar, but he's playing the Abbasid dynasty, and the Abbasid dynasty, for those unaware, they can't eat the boar. Same with the Ottoman. Same with the Delhi. So he must have just been like, oh well, I can't eat the boar. I'll stick 8 farms here instead. And I mean, he's actually going to be returning his workers back there. What is going on here, B? What is going on here? I mean, that's a lot of wood you've invested onto these farms. You know, you've added in a few at home, but I don't know. This seems risky. He's even going to be dropping down outposts here. Oh, that feels bad because you've come such a distance. You don't want to walk back, but at the same time, You're in a very risky position here with 8 farms and 8 villagers. I mean, I guess it works. And B's going to be dropping down a battering ram, maybe looking to push into this position. Looks like he's going to be trying to clean up some of the men-at-arms coming out from Magic as well. But Magic, we can see over here, he's got 2 outposts with 2 relics in them. No emplacements, not really a lot of army nearby. So I think this is really smart out of B, trying to take down these 2 outposts. I mean, if you can nab away 2 relics from Magic, that would be absolutely huge. As we see, Magic at the moment, he's got 4 relics, or is about to have 4 relics in the bank. 5th one can always be picked up for B. Looks like he's got this one under his control. So, yeah, definitely nabbing away these 2 from a civilization like the Holy Roman Empire is huge. But B, he's moving in here without much of an army. He's got a nice crossbowman mass. Looks like it's going to be enough to push back Magic. He doesn't want to dive underneath this, though. Outposts do a lot of damage towards crossbows and Magic. He's just going to be diving this ram right here. Now going to be grabbing his tier 2 range defense. Ram doesn't look like it will be going down. I'd love to see Magic just... I mean, he can't really buy stone. You know, it's really important for the Holy Roman Empire to grab these upgrades. They're so much cheaper for the Holy Roman Empire. I mean, look at this. 93 stone for a Springwood emplacement. It's huge value. And with a relic in there, you know, it's worth basically 2 Springwood emplacements. So, you know, you're paying not a lot of resources for how much value you could get out of this. And now, Magic is coming in here with 5 horsemen. It's going to be enough to clean up some of the crossbows here. B being clever there, putting them inside the ram, but we see another huge raid coming down. Magic loses out on a prelate. B just going to be diving the TC here. Doesn't have through any Iron Undermesh though, and that's going to be really, really crucial for him as we see so much damage coming in from the TC, able to take out those forces. We see here, B. Oh, this feels so bad. When you forget you're playing as a Muslim civ, and you can't gather from the boar, so you build the farms here, and then you lose out on all your villagers and your farms. Oh, man. It feels bad. It feels bad, but, I mean... I feel like B should have just pulled back the workers and just done this, you know, in the base. But, yeah, that feels bad. B also going to be losing out on a couple more workers here as well, trying to build up that wall. Magic. He's under more pressure in the base, though, as he's trying to make a bit of a farm transition here around his Archon Chapel. It's up to 15 farms, still out on the map, consuming up all of those berries as well, so... But yeah, we do see lots of farms coming through for him. He's going to be able to clean this up as well. B not even... You know, he's not even trying to do any kiting there, you know, just wants to do as much damage as he can, rebuild back up at the base with just the better army, right? You got lancers, you got crossbows now, so no need for those feudal age units. Magic also going to be moving out for stone now, maybe looking for a bit of a keep drop possibly. There's quite a few villagers out here, but it could also just be for some Springwood emplacements as well as fortifications. We talked about it before, right? They're so important. But now B going to be taking a really nice fight here. Magic doesn't have enough here, and it looks like it's going to be a complete surround here for B. Heavy Maces is in, but yeah, with a massive crossbow like this, B is more than happy to take that fight. B actually adding in a couple spearmen as well. I like this a lot. They're not upgraded to the veterancy status yet, but I'm sure that'll be on the way. As I mean, Magic is starting to add in quite a few horsemen. We see he's up to 12, so you know, just a couple of spears mixed in here and there is really, really nice. We do see those Springland placements coming through. Magic. Oh, he's going to need quite a few more Springland placements than that if he wants to hold this. B in such a good position right now. We see he's up by a huge amount when it comes to the army value. B also has enough in the bank for a possible siege workshop and maybe a trebuchet. Could also just be looking for a maybe just a ram as well. So looks like he's going to be trying to dive in here. Not a great fight for B. He needs to get the crossbows onto the army here. Quite a few spears out for Magic now. So B may need to rethink his unit composition a little bit here. Looks like for the time being, B just going to be retreating back. Horseman trying to pick off a knight there, but B, you know, he's starting to add in quite a few more spears now. I think at this point in time, he's thinking about just going pure crossbow and pure pike. I think that works here up against the Holy Roman Empire. You can always mix in a few lancers as well, obviously. Lancers always a good unit to have there on the field. You know, they can be raiding. They can be, you know, they can be trying to dive siege. So lancers are always nice to have in there as well. But B, yeah, we can see they're primarily going to be going for crossbows and spearmen. You're going to be going for a keep here on the larger gold vein. Understands how important gold control is here. I mean, Magic's still got quite a lot of gold access accessible to him in the base. But B, you know, there's going to be some nice gold for him. But at the moment, B going to be losing out on a huge amount of army. Have a look at this. Spears, I mean, sure, they get countered by the crossbow, but when they're up this close, B's going to be losing out on a huge amount of army. Especially as Magic has through his important upgrades. You see he's got +2 ranged attack and +2 ranged defense. So, you know, he's going to be able to clean this one up really, really easily. Huge amount of value right there. We've got raids going off everywhere. Springald emplacement through in the outpost. We see the stupid range on that thing. And this is why it's just so important to get the Springald emplacements on these outposts. It's absolutely crazy, but it's so important. And B, he's losing out on quite a bit of army here. Just losing it all over the map. But the thing he's got going for him at the minute is he's got the map control. He's also got the slight army value advantage as well as a slight villager advantage. But Magic makes up for that with the 4 relics he's got in the bank, as well as the huge Archon Chapel radius he's got here on his farming economy. He's also got quite a few eco upgrades as well. In saying that, B also has quite a few, so they probably equal each other out there. For B, is he going into archers now? We see he's got 2 archers in the queue, and he's grabbing himself composite bows, which reduces the reload speed of archers. So maybe he's looking to go into that now. We've just been seeing so many archers recently out of players, just in every age, with every civ. We saw Imperial Rus archers out of Marine Lord the other day, and he won with that. It's ridiculous. I've never seen so many archers in my life. It's not like they've had much of a buff either. It just seems to be players have found a new use for them, I guess, in the later stages of the game. So it's pretty cool to see. I love how the meta shifts like that, but Magic here, he's going to be trying to take a decent fight. It looks like B's got reinforcements coming in. This could be bad for Magic. Magic's got reinforcements coming through of his own, but Lancer's going to be making their way around the back. Probably trying to find a raid here. B, he's got the better spears. He's got the phalanx upgrade in on these guys. So this isn't a good fight here for Magic whatsoever. Doesn't have any men-at-arms in here. He's got a few Landsknechts, which could definitely turn the tide. But is it going to be enough when we see Magic in the base here with a few men-at-arms? Idling out B's economy quite a bit with his food economy starting to... it's still at 2,000. I would say that's pretty decent. He's going to be able to clean that one up as well. B at the moment just raiding everywhere on the map. Magic. He's starting to lose out on quite a few villagers here. Not the end of the world, though. I'd say still pretty even here. Magic's definitely not looking the worst. Would be looking better if he went up with the Regnants and had, 8 relics in the bank. But, certainly he's in a good position right now. Looks like he's able to hold as well. B going for a double siege, double battering ram here. Still trying to push onto this position. I mean, it's smart, right? Because to B, it's just 2 outposts with relics sitting inside. But it's hard to push on this because of just how powerful those relics in the outposts are. It's really, really difficult. You need a really strong army to deal with that. Looks like B, he's still at a decent mass here, but Magic, his army value is starting to climb above B's now. B does have the slightly better units, though. You know, his spears are very, very good. They've got phalanx upgrades. They've got boot camp, giving that plus 16 health. So, you know, B's spears right now are kind of uncontested. The only thing Magic's got going for him here is that he's got a couple of lance connects mixed in there, which can make a huge difference. He just needs to take the correct fight. B going to be able to clean up some stray out here. B, once again, going to be pushing in underneath these two outposts. Magic's got a little bit of an army here already, though, so should just be able to dive onto the rams here. One of them going to get taken out here. Magic could look to garrison these inside. And now we see B looking to pull the whole army here. Siege Workshop going to be coming down. Maybe a mangonel. Probably not a mangonel. Probably be like a... probably just be a trebuchet or something. Mangonel in this position, probably not what you want when you're... if you're B. You know, Magic, he's got primarily horsemen and spears. And lance connects. So, probably not going to be the case. And look at this. What is going on here? Magic. He's diving B's TC here with a load of horsemen. He's going to be building rams in the base. B's had to retreat back with the spears here. Going to be getting a keep up in the base. Just going to be able to secure up his back farming here a little bit better. Should be able to shut down some of these rams. Magic really going in for a bit of an all-in. And at the same time, B, uh-oh, this could be bad for him. He's got a bunch of crossbows here. About to get caught out of position by the horsemen. B, it looks like he's going to be able to clean this one up back at home, but at what cost? He's going to be losing out on a lot of his crossbowmen, it seems. As Magic, he's just got so much army right here, with the outposts helping out here as well. You know, B might be alright. He's got the keep back here. Can always look to garrison some builds inside. We've got spears finally coming back over. And most importantly, B's base has been pretty much untouched. I mean, we had a bit of idle time here and there, but it's not the end of the world. We see B's army value still significantly ahead. Have a look at that. He's got 9,000 army value compared to the 6,000. This could be where things start to change for Magic. It's looking pretty strong so far this game. He's got enough stone in the bank for a keep drop. That could possibly even things back up for him if you can get a good position. I mean, I feel like if you could have dropped a keep in the base of B here while you went in with the rams and the spears, that could have been pretty huge. We see here, Magic, he's still got a huge, massive horseman. I feel like in this position, a mine work may have been... I mean, the last video on the channel was about a mine work. And mine work, you know, it's got some pretty good upgrades in here for spears and horsemen. And I mean, that's primarily Magic's army right now. So, I mean, maybe that could have been a contender here. But then you got to remember the Ark and Chapel just has so much economic, you know, it's such a good economic landmark. But we see Magic, he's just throwing away his whole army here. I mean, he has to take the fight because B's dropping down a keep in the base here. Magic's got down a keep of his own. Going to be taking out quite a few workers here from B, but Magic loses out on so much army. Look at the dead bodies on the floor. Magic down to 3,000 army value. B up to 10,000 his keep. Is it going to go up? I mean, let's take a look at B's perspective here. He's got 7 villagers left. I'm not sure if Magic's keep can reach these villagers. If this keep gets up, this could be terrible for Magic. I mean, he's already in a terrible position. Look at the army value. But if this gets up, this screws up a nice position here for B to then set up siege and then trebuchets. And B, he's just looking to dive the base now. Definitely possible for him to do this. Magic's got a bunch of lance connects trying to find some slicing and dicing here on the mainly infantry composition here from B. So I like it, but you're going to need more than 7. That's the problem there for Magic. And we see his army count. He's down to 11. Oh, this is looking rough for him. And now we have a siege on the way for B. Well, I say siege. It's a single ram, but it's siege nonetheless. And B here, just taking out tons of workers. It's not even like Magic is on a Palace of Swabi or close to it. I mean, if he was close to it, You don't want to be going up with the Palace of Swabia right now. You really want to just be investing into army. And that's what Magic's trying to do right now, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on here. Emergency repairs coming through on that TC. But 3 rams being built on the battlefield here for B. We see more and more are on the way from the siege workshop as well. The keep going to get taken out here. Horseman numbers starting to recover back up for Magic. We see he's building still a ton of Landsknechts. Landsknechts is definitely way back into this. It's sort of like a melee mangonel, right? If you catch B in a choke point, you know, and get a nice surround with the Landsknechts and just wipe everything out here, you definitely have a chance of a recovery. So I like the thought process here from Magic, but the question is it going to be enough? Is he starting to lose out on quite a bit of economy now? Magic is trying to get through this surround. This is really his last-ditch effort. If he doesn't pull this one off, he's going to be losing so much production. The Landsknechts starting to run low. He's down to 10. I mean, he's taking out quite a bit of the army here, but B, we just see he's got 17 spears in the queue right now. It's a huge amount. Magic down to 3 Landsknechts, just losing out on so much, and there it is. GG gets called. Magic gonna be tapping out against B here. If you want to catch the rest of this series, it's a best of 3, part of the Elite Classic. I'll leave a link in the description where you can catch the full best of 3 for this set. If you did enjoy this game, then please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.